Okay. All right. Oh, okay, just stretching. So we're gonna just bring our feet to the ground if we can. And take a couple deep breaths into the low belly. Okay. Feeling into the low belly, breathing into the low belly, allowing the low belly to fill with air as you inhale. And allowing all the air in the low belly to release out of your low belly. And as we continue to breathe into the low belly and out from the low belly, we're going to imagine, see, or allow the idea of the bottoms of each foot opening, little foot chakras at the center bottom of each foot opening, continuing to breathe into the low belly. Little channels of energy, little spheres of light opening at the bottom of each foot. Oh boy, it's going to be a doozy. And as those feet open, we see roots growing from the bottom center of each foot. As that foot chakra or energy field or vortex opens up, a complex structure of roots grows from our spirit as connected to the body, down through each foot into the earth, grounding us. Allah, building a bunch of roots through the bottom center of each foot into the earth. Allah, see a complex root structure growing out of the bottom of each foot into the planet. Amin. Let those roots grow down for miles into the earth, miles and miles and miles, left and right and down and center and back and forward. Roots and roots and roots. Down and down and down. Excellent. As that continues to occur, and as you continue to breathe into your low belly, let's see, imagine, or allow there to be a nice grounding cord that extends from the base of your spine down to the center of the earth. By the way, this tripod grounding meditation I got this from Lisa Barnett, who has an amazing school called AkashicKnowing.com. She's an excellent Akashic Records teacher and healer herself. She's like the master. She's been really instrumental in bringing this work forward in the world. Tripod grounding meditation comes from her, which probably comes from the record keepers. Yeah. Seeing that grounding cord drop to the center of the earth, we allow that grounding cord to be about 1.5 feet wide. Nice, big, open, wide grounding cord. We understand and allow this grounding cord to be porous and receptive. And as we allow it to be that, we begin to receive the light of the soul of Gaia, Sophia Gaia, the spirit of the earth, up through that grounding cord. Her light, her consciousness, her energy comes up through that grounding cord. You can imagine it like a light or a water or an energy, however you like to see it. I see it as kind of a green light, comes up through the cord into our own root chakra, nourishing that root chakra. And then it pours forward into the right leg and the left leg, through the hip, through each quad, through each hammy, down into each knee, down into each shin and whatever this is called. I always forget this word. This is called your calf. Down into each calf, the light of the soul of the earth, down into each ankle. Allah, good everybody, down into each foot. And that light begins to easily and in a slippery, gorgeous, fluid way pour down into that root system that we created through the bottom of each foot. Allah. It pours down and it nourishes your very spiritual roots into this earth, making our connection to the earth very, very real, making it have 3 points of contact, creating unity and oneness between our spiritual essence as individual human mammals and the spiritual essence of the earth as an individual entity itself. Amen. Okay, and then seeing above your head a 3-dimensional kite floating above your head that's shaped like your physical body. It's a replica of Cassidy and Desmond and Katie. One of those just floating above your head. It's you, Allah. seeing a tail of that kite shooting down from the base of that kite that's floating above your head into your crown chakra, through the middle of your head, into your throat. The tail of the kite shoots down into your chest, through your heart, Allah, through your rib cage, Allah, into your third chakra, down into your upper belly, mid belly, low belly, into the root. And that tail of the kite shoots now down instantaneously with total ease and no friction or resistance through the grounding cord, down to the center of the planet. We're going to acknowledge now that this kite, this three-dimensional kite that floats above your head, this kite is holding, containing, or carrying all the dissociated aspects of yourself that float above us, that we dissociate away from, that we don't want to feel. And as that tail hits the center of the planet, the gravity at the center of the planet begins to pull the tail down, and the kite that floats above us starts to drop into our physical form now, so that all the dissociated aspects of self drop into the physical body, and we are reunited with all parts of ourself. The tail of the kite tightens and becomes a nice taut line of energy down to the center of the earth. Very tight, long, strong line of energy. It's not slack anywhere. Ya Shafi al-Alim al-Qudus as-Salam al-Razak al-Aziz. And then just see the feet of the kite dropping into your feet. The shins, calves, knees, quads, hammies, and glutes of the kite dropping into your shins, quads, knees, hammies, glutes, calves, etc. The torso of your kite drops into your torso, the full torso, low belly, pelvic floor, front belly, chest, shoulders, back, sides, side body, butt, hips. Allah. Get those hips of that kite down into your hips. So much information locked into the hips for so many of us, and the glutes and the back. Good. The neck and head of the kite drop into your neck and head. The armpits, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, palms, fingertips drop into yours. Excellent. The kite locks into place now, dropping fully into your physical form. And we take one more look at that kite tail and we see it tightening to the center of the earth, locking us here, right now. Knowing that the paradox of what is occurring is the more here now we are, the more we can transcend the here and now and expand beyond and through it. The here and now being the doorway to the insight and the expansion. By the power of divine light within all of us, come Holy Spirit, Spirit of light, Spirit of truth, for the highest good of all throughout time. Allah, fill our hearts with divine love as I humbly ask permission to open the divine portal to the highest realm of the Akashic records. Who are we opening it for? Cassidy, the collective. Okay, for the collective consciousness of mankind. No big deal. Akashic beings of light guide the collective consciousness of mankind to the deepest truth of its being, releasing any blocks and restrictions to its abundance and highest good. Ooh. Lords of the Akashic records, assist the collective consciousness of humanity to fully embody its soul's light, to fulfill its soul's purposes and to heal any accumulated karma. Surround the collective consciousness of humanity with the enlightenment and wisdom of its masters, teachers, and loved ones. Clearly direct the collective consciousness of humanity's perspective and actions to those that manifest its divine plan. And I'll go quiet for just a moment. Free of all resistance, judgment, and fear, we're now filled with divine love and the records are open. All right, so I'm just asking the record keepers for a moment here to clear everything from each of us, to open everything in each of us, every chakra that requires opening, to clear any energy that needs to be cleared so I can receive fully, directly, insight, guidance, direction, and healing for the greatest good, for the highest good of the collective. Amen. Amen. And so we offer, in addition to that which you already understand and that which has already been delivered and that which has already been spoken of and integrated here, which is that the doorway to knowing the freedom that is available to you, the peace of spiritual connection, the peace of unity with the one. In order to access this, one must connect with and tap into the portal of the emotional body. The emotions are a portal for the human being to find union with, connection with, communion with the divine. So you have your answer. How do we move through fear? This is the question. How do we move through our fear? Is this what it was?
How do we manage our fear was what I asked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so it is that your homework assignment is to be with your fear rather than behaving from your fear. First step. Allow this moment right here to be a healing for the places in you that refuse to feel your fear, that won't drop into your fear. So we will clear now and unblock all of your resistance, those listening, those willing to receive, those able to receive, all of your resistance to feeling your fear. Feel it now. Feel into your second chakra, the feeling place, the emotional place. Feel into your heart or your throat, wherever you can feel right now, wherever has a charge, wherever has emotion, wherever has tightness, wherever has intensity or density. Feel into that now. And in the name of the divine, the mother, father of all that is, the lords, masters, and teachers of the Akashic records, for the sake of humanity, we're asking now for strong healing for all the mechanisms within each of us now, and specifically within the collective, for all the mechanisms that make fear impossible to connect with, difficult to connect with, something we resist connecting with, all the unconscious blocks that we have, all the hidden, unsighted, buried, unseen, cloaked, or otherwise, every curse or spell that has buried it, hidden it, made it unseen or unsighted, all the fear, Allah, to be locked into our bodies, beings, souls, and spirits across all times, dimension, space, reality, for all of that to be unlocked, opened, cleared, awakened, dissipated, and sent back to the light so that we can have access to our fear with total ease, and so that the fear can move through and dissipate into love and light with total ease right now. Ameen. Allah, Allah, Allah. Okay, and there is a concept in psychology that says you have complex PTSD. Complex PTSD. Complex PTSD means you have, what is it? PTS, trauma, what does it stand for?
Post-traumatic stress disorder, or the D is debatable.
Okay, and so the post-traumatic stress you are carrying exists in a complex web, interwoven web dynamic throughout your body and your nervous system, your heart and your spirit. It's not one place, and it's not simple. You have love PTSD from brokenheartedness, from your families, from your loves, from romance, from friendship. You have Allah, second chakra PTSD from the patriarchy and the rape and the abuse of the land and the women and each other and the men. You have Allah, fear PTSD from the rape and the killing and the babies who die and the sacrifices and the murder and the toxicity of the mind. You have mental PTSD from all the things we've already mentioned. You have brainstem PTSD from the ways that the nervous system tries to protect you from this PTSD by locking this fear and trauma into your brainstem. And so, Allah, as we name these areas, your conscious mind becomes more aware of your own individual pieces of this. Oh, I do have locked up energy in the back of my neck where my neck meets my head, AKA brainstem. Oh, I do have stuck energy in my second chakra and in my first chakra, my low belly where the feelings are. Oh, I am still brokenhearted about that person from my past who I still not over, or who hurt my feelings and I didn't let myself feel it. Oh, it did break my fucking brain the way my parents didn't parent me. It did. So we bring through strong, powerful, divine light now for the healing of all the places in you where you refuse to see, feel, know, admit, drop into the center of your own fear. Allah. Notice, please, beloveds, please, my loves, my children. Notice, please, when you drop into your fear and the light is present, what happens to your fear? Please notice what happens to your fear. It becomes something else. It transmutes. Feel this now, right now. This is not a concept for your mind to latch onto. This is an experience for your cells, the cells of your body to have. We're giving it to you right now. This is the light. This is the transmutation you're asking for. So play this every day. Allah. Just this segment, play this segment when you feel the fear and it comes up. Play this. Receive this frequency of light. The more integrated human answer to the question is what you already know. You must, but here's the piece that humanity has not quite gotten yet. Well, at least many of you, particularly in the more developed worlds, you still think spirit and life are separate. You still think feelings and spirit are sort of like, there's therapy, and then there's those weird spiritual people. You don't understand that therapy is meant to deepen you into your feelings, which, guess what? Deepens you into your fucking spirit. And this language, this intensity comes from Sophia Gaia herself, soul of this earth, who says, I'm done. I'm complete with sweet, sweet little messages in the form of a butterfly on the grass. I forgot. This is how higher vibrational beings function. Send them a butterfly and they treat each other well. Whoops, not people. All right. So we'll be direct now. So the more human integrated answer is, you feel the feeling and you bring the spirit, God, whatever that means to you, to the feeling of fear. And you let God transmute the fear. There is no way forward without spirit. Now here's the key. You can call it whatever you want. You can do whatever form of spirit you like. And there is an example we come to now. There is a specific individual. We're giving Katie this image of this individual. There's this atheist who calls himself an atheist, who she knows. And we'll say, this atheist is one of the more kind and generous people she knows. There is a kindness, a heart warmth, a love, an earth-based, grounded love moving through this atheist, as he likes to call himself, which is fine, that some spiritualists will never have access to. This atheist is more spiritual than most people he knows. So what does spiritual mean? It means you are connected directly in your body with the essence of the one. The one what? The fabric of creation. Love, the Tao, peace, mercy, unity, oneness, God, the light beings, light codes, whatever you fucking prefer. Nobody gives a shit in the realm of consciousness. We're just sitting out here going, are they gonna fucking get it now? You are a comedy show. You are a fucking comedy show, all of you. It's so simple and it's right at your fingertips and you want to resist because you're so in love with your freedom. But what you don't get is the paradox that the Christians spoke of. Sorry, people who are afraid of Christianity. We understand Christianity has injured many of you. But what you must really understand is that it is not Christianity, the actual essence, the spiritual teachings of the mystic you call Jesus Christ. It's not the shit he said. Duh. How many of you still don't get that point? It's what the human beings did with the teachings he said.
It's how you twisted his teachings to get power and domination and control of one another. It's how your fear drove you to use the teachings of a mystical ascended master teacher who came here to give you the fucking answers. You used it to get more stuff that you thought would give you the thing that his teachings were giving you. He was standing there handing you light to heal your fear. And you were like, I think money's gonna heal my fear. I think power over that bitch over there is going to heal my fear. I think if I fuck those 10 ladies, that'll fucking heal my fear. Oh, you're so silly. He was standing there with a staff of light. He was beaming light. He was handing you light. Okay. And so it's what the Christians have been saying, not the people who try to control you with the religion called Christianity, narrow-minded douchebags. The Christ body embodiment has been trying to teach you, which is that there is no separation. That love, I mean, look, it's a cliche, but sorry. Cliches are cliche because they're true. John Lennon understood it, and all he had to do was 1 tab of acid. Just one. All you need is love. Now, if the way you like to get that and get that moving through your actual body so you know what it really fucking is you like to chant the word Om, fucking do it. If you like to put on a fez and dance around in circles, fucking do that. If you like to do drugs and they open your mind, man, there's some problems with that because entities and demons and they come into your field and that's complicated. But fucking do that because humanity needs you to do fucking something. Okay. So the more grounded, integrated human response to the question is bring the light of God already, whatever you want to fucking call that, into your feelings and watch them transmute. It's the same, it's the same, it's the same. It's so simple you don't like it. It's so simple you want something more complicated. It's so simple you have to bow your ego to the simplicity of it, and your mind is not a fan of that. You don't like things to be simple. Why? Because then your ego has to die. It's only the ego that complexifies things. So find a way to connect to source, make spirit be the essence of your life. Take every feeling and fear you have to spirit every fucking day, all the time. There's no time not to. There's never a moment where it's like, this time, just be afraid and act from it. No, become religious in your communion with God. Sorry, you gotta. And when we say religion, we don't mean some institution in a building where a man is there and you pay him money. We're talking about religious, disciplined. Get your discipline on, bitches. Just start to do a little bit every day. If that's all you can do 15 minutes a day. And please just remember this. This is not for us. We don't care. You're a comedy show. We don't care. We love you. We hope you do things that make you feel better. You can do whatever you fucking want. We offer you this for you because you're asking. You're asking. We're not missionaries, the beings of light. We're not missionaries. Come, do what we say because we want you to be like us. You're asking and we're answering. You're saying, how do we get liberated? And we're saying, here you go, like this. Remember Jesus? He already told you. Remember Buddha? He gave you a different way. Remember Green Tara? She showed you a cool thing. Oh, no, you don't remember them? Okay. It's funny. And now I'm just right here with myself, Katie Rubin, and they're showing me the image of roller skating, like a mom with her kid holding hands at the roller skating rink. And the beauty of there's an outdoor skating rink at this park where I take my dog to take her to the dog park. There's an outdoor paved thing, and they're showing me a dad or a mom holding hands with a kid, and they're on the 4-wheel skates that are not the inline ones, and they're skating and they're laughing, and the dad has a moment of forgetting the challenges of his work life and the fears, and he's just in love with his kid, and the kid is in love with him, and freedom is available. And they're like, yeah, it's just that. It's just that. That's all it is. And so they're saying the choices you make, do they make more of that happen? And I'm just aware of how many choices I've made that don't make more of that happen. And just the grief with that. The grief of all the time and energy this lifetime spent striving and proving and winning and earning. Nobody roller skates more because of that. And immediately there's a compassion that drops in through my system. I think it's Kuan Yin. There's a compassion for showing me the history I came from. And of course, that's what I would believe with my history. And the gift of now is to break all of our patterns. That is the gift of now. And that is the gift of our fear. If you feel into it, you might yell at people on a podcast for a while. And then on the other side, realize that roller skating is the answer. Not having a big enough business. And so it is. So there's just a lot of humility present right now for me. And it feels like for the people willing and able to, hear this stuff and receive this kind of energy, like a lot of humility for the collective right now, where we're just like little kids, like, I had it wrong. Whoops. And then there's a message for me, which is what we were talking about at the beginning of, you must believe, Katie, you have to act as if more people can hear this than you think. And that's my work, to come out of my mind and my ego and my fear-based notions. That, 12 people can hear this, when really, that's not what they're showing. It's 12,000 and then 120,000 and then millions. That's what it is. This is a gift. This is service. When you're actually serving in alignment with source, when you're just actually giving something that contributes more roller skating energy with dad, then that's what spreads like wildfire. So how are you doing?